Welcome to Marketplace. Today I'm going to go over how to use our Marketplace Find and our Marketplace Track features. Within Marketplace Find, you can do keyword searches for the criteria that you're looking for new opportunities. You can use public tenders or you can use planning applications. Within public tenders, we source our information from 3 different portals. We use Find a Tender, Contracts Finder and TED, and then have access to 400 local authorities planning applications. Within the keywords, we advise you using words from your work categories or CPV codes to be more specific. You can then add location. So we do advise using postcodes or counties of all regions that you work in. You can also search via when the tender was last published and also add a contract value. So I'm going to do an example for you today. As soon as I put it in under public tenders, you can see it shows the results of 40,325. Obviously that's quite a lot, so we want to narrow that down. As you can see, there is quite a few regions that fall under London, so you can get a lot more specific. After I've added the location, you can then advise on when it was last published. I'm going to click the last 6 months, and as I'm adding when it was last published, the results have now gone down to 7. On every search, we display the criteria at the top that you've set, and then underneath you will see the details of each opportunity that is available. It will give you a brief description of if it's active or not, who the client is, location, maximum contract value, when it was last published, and if there is a deadline. The ones that don't have deadlines will show if that means they are an open tender. On every search, we give you the opportunity to view any individual tender by clicking the View button for more details, or you can use the star and favourite it and come back at a later date. So I'm going to click on View to have a look at this particular tender. Upon viewing any individual tender, you will see that there is a description of all the details that are available. However, on the right hand side under Source, you can click the blue link and that will take you to the public tender website where the tender comes from. And on there again, you will see that there is details of who to contact and details of the actual tender. When going back to Marketplace and going back to the results, you can save the results that you have searched by hitting the Save button just here. Once saved, you just need to give your search a name. I'm going to put on this one electrical and the location. You can then decide if you want to have notifications of when new opportunities fall into this criteria. If you untick the box, you won't get notified. If you do, you will get notified once a week of any new opportunities that fall into the criteria that you've set. All saved searches will appear in My Filters, and if there is any particular tenders that you see here that you want to come back to, you can hit the star on the right hand side and it will favourite that particular tender. And again, you can come back to that at a later date. If you wanted to search through planning applications, you can still keep the same criteria set, you just hit planning applications. At this time, they're showing no results that we've added. You just need to adjust the filters to then find what work falls in the criteria of your organisation. I'm now going to move over onto Track. Marketplace Track allows our buyers to post new opportunities directly onto Marketplace. Should these opportunities match your profile, you will receive a notification via email and also within the portal. As you can see here, it will give you the project name, the work package, when it was published, closing and estimated value. If you fall into these expression of interest, you'll see a thumbs up and a thumbs down, where you can show if you're interested or not in working with that buyer for that particular tender. When you click on the details, it will then give you information around what the tender is, who the contact is, and when the closing date is. By going back to the opportunities, using the thumbs up or the thumbs down, you can then decide if you wish to show interest to the buyer or if you wish to decline.